understand, right? So about we'll go through it, right? He said, for I receive of the Lord that which also I deliver unto you, that the Lord Yahushua the same night in which he was betrayed took bread, and when he had given thanks, so he blessed it, he broke it, and said, take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you. So his body, which is destroyed for us, for the so-called Latino Native Indian, okay, the so-called African American, the Jamaican, the Nigerian, the Beninese, etc., right? This do in remembrance of me. So we got to keep the Passover to remember who Yahushua HaMashiach. You see that? We got to keep the Passover to remember who Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay? After the same manner, right? After the same manner also, he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. The New Testament. So if you don't keep the Passover, you can be partaker of that New Testament when Yahushua HaMashiach return. So you got to keep that in mind. Okay? He said, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as often as ye drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as ye eat this bread, so anytime you keep the Passover, okay, and drink this cup and you drink it the wine, ye do show the Lord death till he come. You see that? So the Passover is to show the death of Yahushua HaMashiach until he return. So we got to keep the Passover every year and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You see, that's what Paul is saying. But Christ already said we got to do it in remembrance of him, of his death. Okay? He said, wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread, so if you keep the Passover wrongfully, if you mess up the Passover, okay, and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily, so you see living in the midst of sin willingly, you see committing adultery, you're doing all type of things, like you selling drugs, you know, you're playing to kill your brother, your sister, you're trying to do abortion on your wife, you're trying to do all type of things, you're sleeping with what? Your brother, wife, all type. Listen, man, and you go to the Passover, right? Listen, Paul said, listen, man, don't do that. Paul said, he said, wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread, so you eat in the lamb or the goat of 1 year old, and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily, shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. You see that? You don't want that, brother. But let a man examine himself, man or woman, and so let him eat of that bread. So keep the Passover and drink of that cup. You can drink the wine, but you don't drink the wine just to drink, just to get satisfied, just to get your pleasure. No. Understand it. You got to be thinking about Yahushua HaMashiach all the night. You got to be thinking about Yahushua HaMashiach, how he was accused. He was being whipped, stripped of his garment, you know, and like condemned. You know, people spit on him, all type of things. Understand that. That if that happened to your son today, you will say, okay, you're going to sue the person who did that, you go to the court. Christ didn't go to the court. Christ didn't sue anybody in the court. You understand? Right? Shalom, King. Christ, he did not sue anybody. You understand? So that's the spirit we got to keep. Right? He said, for he that eateth and drink unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself. You see, women or men. So if you're a brother and you understand, you know spiritually that you still got to work on your own self, right? You understand that, you know, you still selling drugs, you still doing drugs, you still doing all type of wickedness, filthiness, things like that. Hey, you know, you got to fast and you got to pray, brother. You can keep it in the second month. You don't have to keep the Passover necessary in the first month because you want to keep it righteously. You want to make sure you do it righteously. You see what I'm saying? You want to make sure you do it righteous so you can take it a step back, you know, fast, you pray, ask for forgiveness for the next couple day, weeks, and then you keep the Passover in the second month on the 14th day, and the Passover on the 15th day of the second month for 7 days. The first day being what? The Holy Assembly, the Solemn Assembly, and the last day be a Solemn Assembly, 21st or 22nd day. So keep in mind, right? You don't have to. You just got to be meek in your spirit. You got to understand, you don't want to keep the Passover just to keep the Passover. Don't do that. Okay, you got to make sure you do it righteously. Okay? For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. You see? So Paul said, because we keep the Passover wrongfully, that's why we're getting sick. That's why we're being smart, because the Passover, there's the spiritual healing behind the Passover. When you go in the book of Jubilees, the last 2 chapters or the last 3 chapters is well written in detail right there. There is a healing behind the Passover. That's a lot of people don't understand. There is a healing behind the Passover. because of the blood of Yahweh Shemashah to cleanse us. Right? He said, for this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. However, guess what? If you keep the Passover unto the Most High righteously, as it was set up according to the rite, right? To the prescription that was given unto Moses, guess what? The Most High will heal you. This year will be so beautiful, so fruitful unto you, unto your family, unto your children. Right? So understand, this is serious business right here. Right? He said, for if we will judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the law, that we should not be condemned with the world. You see? So the Most High might smite the brother, just to allow the brother to repent. That's what Paul is saying. So that the brother does not fully get destroyed. So if the brother living in the midst of sins, another brother, you know, let him, hey, listen, bro, you're going off, you can't do it this way. You see what I'm saying? Hey, you know, you got to make changes, repent. You know, so what? The brother be saved. Right? He said that we should not be condemned with the world. Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home. So if some brother or some sister, they're just coming to eat meat, you can just stay home. That's what Paul is saying. If you just coming to eat meat, you don't want to go over the precept with the brother, you don't want to be in the spirit, or you just want to get drunk, you just want to drink and get drunk, and you want to film me and post on YouTube. No, listen, man. The Passover is not about that. The Passover of the Most High is a serious business. That's the body of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach. So we can't play game with it. It's not like the way you do in the world, man. No, man. Okay, so you got to cut it out. He said, if any man hunger, man or woman, let him eat at home, that ye come not together unto condemnation. And the rest will I set in order when I come. You see that? So bear with me. I want to come check something quick. I want to go right here quick in the book of Jubilee. If the Most High allow me, let me see if I can pull it. Just to read it, because there is a healing behind the Feast of Passover. You see what I'm saying? There is a healing behind it. That's a lot of people don't know. There is a healing behind it. That most people, they ignore it. You see what I'm saying?